I mean, fucking Jason, man.
Jason?
Don't be a pussy.
Oh boy, fitness check. The thought of crossing the narrow bridge fills you with fear, but you focus and step out onto the rock spur. It seems to be quite solid. No.
What do you see? The cat
Wants to jump up here and ruin everything. He doesn't. Just hold him on your legs. You take several more steps along the bridge and you can just make out the rolling waters. There we go. Below you as you gouges away at the softer rock. As you look... No. As you look down over the side, you fail to notice the sheen of liquid lying along the middle of the bridge. As you step onto it, your foot slips out from beneath you and you teeter onto the ledge. You must fitness check.
Let me press it because you suck at that. My RNG Jesus. RNG Jesus.
With an amazing display of dexterity and good fortune, you drop your knees. You managed to prevent yourself from overbalancing and falling to your death. Holy fuck! You can feel your pulse racing. And for several minutes you dare not to move. Eventually you manage to calm down and crawl... Just wait now.
What? It's cool.
Manage to calm down and crawl the rest of your... across the blah blah. As you crawl off the bridge onto the far side of the cavern, you begin to shake with fear at how close you just came at dying. After several minutes spent calming yourself, you get up and continue through the forest of doom. Oh shit, my camera's dying. Stalactites, and blah blah. As you progress onwards, you sense that the air is getting progressively cleaner, and the cavern wall closing after some searching. You discover a narrow tunnel that snakes off into the rock. As you begin to follow it, you are aware of steep upwards gradient, and the gloomy light gradually becomes brighter and brighter. You are close to the surface now. You continue forward carefully. The cave opens up on a small wooden glade. The combination of a soft grass underfoot and the warm breeze blowing through the glade serves to lift you. Blah blah. You follow them along the glade and out of the trees onto the plains beyond. Have you dealt with this? Have you dealt with the Axeman? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Holy shit! You would have met him now. You would have been fucked.
Nah.
You now know that your quarry is on horseback, giving him a huge speed advantage over you. In fact, he could be anywhere by now, and you have no way of catching up to him. The hoof marks are soon lost in the backed earth just beyond the dell, and you do not have the ranger skills to be able to follow the tracks across the plains that lie to the north. If you knew this destination, you might be able to trail him despite your disadvantage. Do you know where your quarry is heading? Yeah, you do. Oh yeah, you do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Altane is heading to the castle of Altane. Bam. You know that there is no time to lose. Beyond the sheltered dell is a low range of gently rolling hills. Behind you to the south you can just make out the spires of things to line the city beyond the hills. Okay. You find a track leading through the hills, and following it you are able to avoid occasional rocky escarpment. And
You want me to read?
nah, the mornings continues to bear down on you, making you uncomfortably warm, but not so unbearable. Did you get your way out? No. You come to the path, blah blah blah. A winding pathway is cut into the side of the rise, leading up to the front gates. Smoke rises from somewhere inside the building. Will you investigate the monastery, or otherwise you could
What
give
does
it a
it
wide
mean?
berth?
Wide berth. Give a wide berth. I don't know what does it mean, so I wanna press it. Let's press it.
Leaving the track, you tower into the lightly wooded vale between two tall hills. The trees block out the power of the sun and the cool dampness. Ahead, you can just make out two figures running towards you at a fast pace. You draw your weapon and stand your ground, calling for them to stop, but they do not respond and continue heading straight towards you.
So it's basically skip the monastery.
Will you attack them, or would you prefer to stand your ground?
Stand my ground.
The men are forced to slow to a halt by your presence, and one drops to his knees, gasping for breath. The other draws his axe, but rather than attacking you, he turns to look behind him. Without turning to face you, he demands to know if you are a bandit. When your answer is the negative, he relaxes somewhat. The younger man manages to gasp out that he and his father are woodsmen, and that they had the misfortune to disturb a large woods bear that has made its lair in a cave beneath the hollow of a lightning-blasted tree. Before long, it is clear that there are no signs of pursuit, and when they have both caught their breath, they bid you a good day. Jesus, you almost killed a father and a son.
Feels bad, man.
With a clear idea of where the bear should be, you might decide to hunt it down, or you could try avoiding it. Yeah, bear.
Why?
Why would you attack a bear?
Do you want, like, PETA attacking your video? Nah, I mean, why? I mean, just go for your lady. Don't waste any time. Avoid it altogether.
After a couple of hours, the trees begin to thin out, replaced by a tall plains grass that reaches up to your thighs, and small streams babbles on nearby. After some slow progress, but following this is much easier, and you make a swift progress over the gently undulating plain. After some time, the track ends in a Y junction, with two tracks leading off from it. Will you follow the one heading roughly northeast, or will you opt for the one traveling northwest?
Left, northwest.
You continue through the grass as the noonday sun rises overhead. Despite the oppressive heat, you keep focused on your goal to catch Altania and bring him to justice. And save your bitch. The heat gradually recedes as the sun. What if they lied about your girl Kira?
I mean, they had a medallion.
Yeah, but what if she gave it to them so they could kill you?
I didn't find her at my lodgings.
You're startled to wakefulness by owl.
Fight!
Wait, who the fuck is attacking you?
Several beasts.
Great. A deep growl in the warning you get before the largest of these creatures. For this compass, you suffer a -2 fitness modifier due to your semi-conscious state. Oh, you didn't get enough sleep. So you are.
I should have stayed at the monastery?
Fuck, I know. You must fight. Wild dog. That is a lot of vitality.
Whatever. Attack.
Okay, attack. Vitality check?
Attack.
Attack. Oh, damn! You killed it.
Correct, son.
Lucky roller.
Lucky roller. Holy
Damn.
shit.
And now.
That's an achievement.
Yeah, we can't save. Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
For this combat, we should have chose casual.
We chose
No, we chose classic.
But it's more interesting. Man.
With the death of their leader, the remaining smaller dogs turn tail and flee into the night, yelping with fear. You keep watch for some time, but there is no sign of them returning. As a protection against other nocturnal predators, you drag the carcass of the pack leader to one side of the clear. You get back 6 vitality.
Oh, that's
because you sleep. Nice.
We almost have full.
Yeah. Although barely bleary-eyed, you feel much more alert than you did yesterday, and you make swift progress along the track. After some time, it curves into a north in a lazy arc. At the apex of this bend, you fancy you can hear the sound of running water in the distance. As you travel northwards, these sounds get louder until you top a smaller rise and get a view of the majestic wide river flowing from east to west, bearing your journey. Surrounding these are planks of timber and other wreckage of the collapsed bridge. Such debris would make crossing the river here particularly hazardous, and you walk some way along the bank in search of a suitable crossing place. Do you wish to attempt to swim across the river or cross downstream?
Do you have a coin?
No. Oh.
I want to flip. Okay, let's flip this. If this it's first option, if this is second, okay?
Okay.
Second option.
Alright. About half a mile downstream, you find a good spot to attempt crossing, and you climb down the bank into the blah blah blah. You double your efforts to resist the current and get across the far bank.
Let me click it. I'm the pro at this.
Wait, let me check your fitness. Okay.
Say. Yes!
You bastard.
I'm so lucky this game.
With mere feet to spare, you're past the beyond strongest current and the wooden planking rushes past behind you. You are thankful to have had such a lucky escape, but you do not give it to a complacency and continue across the river until you reach the shallows. Legs aching and lungs aching and lungs burning, you stagger out of the... Oh boy. Oh god, ring of sustenance. You don't have that.
Where could I? Oh, maybe at the beer or something like that?
Don't know. When you open your bag to see what damage has been done, you discover that unfortunately all of your food supplies have been ruined. To the north you can see that the tall grasses reads...
I had no food supplies. I had no food supplies.
It does not look good to be a good hunting ground for food.
Aww.
You do not have the ring. You're anxious that there is still a long journey ahead of you, and without food you will not be able to travel far. Along the north bank of the river of the number of bushes. Will you collect some of the purple fruits? Or would you rather hunt for some meat?
Although it said it was a bad hunting spot, but
fruits?
never eat
Purple fruits?
I mean, that just calls out as poisonous.
Fitness check. You have successfully hunted the food in the wilds before, so you draw upon your past experiences. The land beyond blah blah are likely to be hiding in the reeds or in layers beneath this earth. Make a fitness check.
Here, give me that. Yes!
Nice, you're lucky.
I'm so lucky.
Your hunting skills pay dividends as you come across a bury of rabbits in the warren. You quickly kill a gut and skin them, giving you enough greasy meat to see you through a few more days. Nice, you survived. Satisfied, you strike out from the north bank of the river across the plain, heading roughly northward towards the Montes del Fuego. You travel for 3 days across this barren, featurelessly hinterland. Occasional spinneys of lark and spruces dot the plain, and you spend each night of your travail in one of these small woods. Not long after... Beyond... Oh god. Beyond this encampment, stretching from the east of the west as far as you can see, are the red sandstones foothills and peaks of the Montes del Fuego, the peaks of fire. You are awed by the size and majesty of the peaks, knowing that despite appearances, you do not possess a map. You know the horse no man's blah blah Lago Rojo. If you already possess a map of Lago Rojo, you may decide to avoid the nomad encampment and continue on towards the mountain. If you do not possess such a map, or if you do and wish to approach the encampment of the horse nomad, anyways, turn here. Gesundheit, you are fucked. Are you okay?
I'm sick again.
Really?
Nah, just no temperature, but that might seem to go up.
Yeah. It's okay.
Are you sure? Okay, let's go, boys. How do you say these English?
I don't know. Kuchuke.
Let's go. As you approach the nomad settlement with a wide smile, and you see that
You meet a man. He greets you with a wide smile, and you see that his teeth are embedded with gemstones.
The Dravian people bid you welcome to our temporary settlement, wanderer. He says in a great booming
voice. The Dravian are a nomadic people who have bred and tamed horses for thousands of years. They're in temporary settlements of conical, covered in hides. Hides are called yurts, and they can be moved from place to place, allowing the Dravian to move their horses to better pastures during the winter months. What will you request of the herdmaster? Will you ask to see a holy man buy, or will you seek to trade? Alternatively, you can speak with the herdmaster himself.
I really want a horse. What should I do? Best time. But I can trade. What would you want? Okay, let's. Can we do all of them? Let's talk to the holy man. First one.
Oh god!
Oh, that's so holy.
You're led to the entrance of the large yard. A dung fire burns at the center. A man meets you. If you possess a silver dagger, no. He approaches the fire and sits down on the other side, mirroring your own position and postures. The floor is covered. You don't have the silver dagger. The old man murmurs and mumbles to himself, occasionally cackling like a madman. After some minutes of the chanting, he reaches into the recess in his woolen shirt and pulls out a pinch of powder from a hidden pocket, which he casts on the fire.
7 vitality.
Yo, he healed you.
Full health.
Nice. You thank the old man, who cackles in response. Nodding vigorously, you offer him some money, but he shakes his head and motions you towards the door. Driving hospitality will allow him to accept payment for helping you. You push through the covered hides and when outside the driven are going about their everyday affairs. Will you ask to trade? Will you seek out the herdmaster? You may leave if you possess a map of Lago Rojo, but you do not. Or you could go and see. You can ask the herdmaster about acquiring one.
Let's seek out the herdmaster.
Seek out the herdmaster. Well, maybe you need to trade.
Maybe first herdmaster.
Get closer to the fucking microphone.
First herdmaster and then trade.
If it will allow you.
If it will allow me. Because I'm quite poor right now.
The herdmaster is the head of the tribe, and his authority is absolute. However, by the way he speaks to his fellow Draven, he declared that he is just a... Holy fuck.
Skip.
Altana get too far ahead of you, blah blah blah. You confide in the herdmaster that you are tracking an evil man, a murderer, and that you might be interested in buying a horse to travel up into the mountains. The herdmaster shakes his head. The price of a fine Draven Palomino is more than 100 gold pestados. Much more than you are carrying, besides which up in the mountains and blah blah blah. The herdmaster tells you about the weather you are likely to encounter when passing through the mountains. He calls over a scrawny man dressed in brightly colored robes. He is wearing an amulet of carved horse teeth around his neck. By means of sacred rite, he can predict the weather. Satisfied with this, the herdmaster... Wait, what? After much shattering, it turns out the prognosis is good. You will not have rain or snow in the mountains, though the wind will be fast at high altitudes. Stick to the valleys to avoid it, he advises you, and thank him for his advice. Will you ask to see the holy man? You already did it.
Ask to trade.
Or will you ask to trade? Trade seems to... Okay. Oh. Trade seems to be a way of life in the Draven people, and you are led into a yard where a number of Draven men are sitting before a fire. Really eye your possessions, but are quickly disappointed. They are not interested in armor or weapons, since they make their own, especially tailored for use on horseback. Nor are they interested in any charms or rings. The Draven are superstitious people, and they fear the power of unknown magic. The traders are disappointed. It appears that there will be nothing traded today. You do not possess a pewter stain. The fuck is a pewter stain?
Okay,
You
let's go.
have to go. Without a map, you're fucked.
Nah, I'm asking the
Alright.
herdmaster for the map.
You are looking for a place called Lago Rojo, and you ask whether he can give you the directions to it. As soon as you say this, the herdmaster's face becomes somber, and those Draven nearby become quiet. In a strained voice, the herdmaster tells you that the lake is a sacred place for the Draven people, and that they do not even let their own mounts drink from the waters. He demands to know why you wish to go there. You decide to tell him the truth, that you are heading to the castle in the vicinity of the lake. The herdmaster's frown deepens. The castle is derelict, he tells you. Since the time of my father's father's father, and before it has lain waste, nothing more than shell. more than a shell. You tell him of the assassination and that your life and the life of another have been threatened. The herdmaster gazes deeply into your eyes, seeking out untruth, but he clearly does not find it. He sighs and looks away to the northern horizon. I can give you a map to this place, he tells you in a heavy voice. But not as a gift, as a proof that you will not sully or pollute the sacred waters. I ask the sum of 20 gold pieces! 20. You protest the price is far too much, but he will not be moved. It's clear that even offering to give you such information is painful to the herdmaster, so you quickly drop your complaint. Still, it is a lot of money he has requested. You do not wish to buy them, because... Jesus, 20 pestados.
Okay, whatever.
You stall for time. The herdmaster calls over an elderly Draven. The herdmaster speaks tersely to him. Blah blah. After some time, the map is finished, and the scribe lifts it and holds it over a candle, moving it around to dry the ink. When this is done, the scroll is folded and handed to the herdmaster. With reluctance, he hands it over to you. His other hand outstretched, waiting for your money. Without warning, you snatch the map and hightail it towards the edge of the camp. None of the Draven make an attempt to stop you, but you can hear the herdmasters blowing orders in their own language. Suddenly a man steps from behind a yard ahead of you, an arrow knocked to his bow. With one fluid motion, he raises the bow, aims it at you at direction, and lets the arrow loose. Fitness.
Let me do that.
No! You failed.
I'm hit. What?
Oh, this would not be good if you died. His aim is true. Despite your attempts at dodging to the side, the arrow...
I was so close.
There is another intense bolt of pain, this time in your chest, before eternal nothingness claims you. And we didn't even reach them. Okay, look, let's do this quick.
You seriously?
I know, it's
Want
from
to
the fuck.
finish the book?
Wait, 2 pestados and then 3 pestados, right?
Are you crazy?
Mm-hmm. Fuck, man. Oh wow, fucked you, I'm sorry.
I think your camera is about to.
Well... You died from the rest!
Pathetic.
I can't do it without you, man. Oh.
Shit, man. This is hard.
Guess we'll do it next time.
Guess so. This is a way longer book than you would have thought. And if we are gonna do this, we're gonna do like half. This is just so hard.
Alright, well. Thank you guys for watching. This was an Assassin in Orlandes. I'm not sure if we're gonna continue it, but we tried. I'm gonna buy more books. And we're gonna play them. Here's one book that I fucking love.
What
Anyway.
is it called?
The House of Hell.
House?
House of Hell, where you enter a house and there's like ghosts and zombies. It's good. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.
Was good.
Was good.